Welcome back for this week's Blizzard podcast, brought to you by our good friends at H&R Block. This week we got Ryan Green with us. How we doing today, Ryan?
Not too bad. How about you?
Oh, not so bad. Is this your first podcast?
Yeah, I believe so.
First one, all right. Look at that. So you're from Muskego, Wisconsin. Is it a fairly big town?
It's about 25,000 now.
25?
So.
Okay. Similar to kind of Brookings,
Yep.
but we got a pretty hefty, I guess, college student population.
That's right, yeah.
So what was it like growing up in Wisconsin and playing hockey there?
I grew up playing hockey at the age of 5, so not too many hockey players, specifically where I'm from, Muskego. So growing up, I played at Waukesha, which is near Muskego, and then as I moved to AAA, I actually started in Chicago, so wasn't too big of a hockey town. I guess as you go towards Milwaukee, it is, but no, it was good. Nothing too big, but still enjoyed it a lot.
So you said you started at 5. Were you always a forward, or was that something?
Yeah, I was always a forward. I guess I was always faster growing up. My dad said, you're going to be a forward, so that's how that started.
There you go. I guess, what other sports did you play growing up?
I grew up playing a lot of sports. I played baseball, football, hockey. I played gymnastics for a little bit. What else? I guess I wrestled a little bit. I never got in any teams, but I did some camps for wrestling. So, yeah, a little bit of everything.
Okay, well, I guess what about hockey kind of made you choose that sport to really?
First of all, I'd say it was my dad. He played hockey in college, so that was probably the main thing that drove me. And then it was just different, and I think the bond with the hockey team was just the best. I played hockey in the summer, so over and over with the same guys and meeting guys from different areas. It was just it was the best time with them.
That's awesome. Did you grow up with siblings and stuff?
I did. I have one sister, and she's 22, so she goes to St. Cloud now. But yeah, one sibling.
Would you call her, I guess, an athlete too? Did you
Yeah,
grow up in
yep,
an athletic
definitely.
family?
My mom played soccer, so my sister played soccer, and she also was a dancer. So she went to St. Cloud at first and play soccer there. So definitely athletic family.
So with the Blizzard, you're number 19. Was that kind of your number growing up too?
No, not at all. My number growing up was actually 39,
Mm-hmm.
and then as I got to junior hockey, I couldn't go past 30, so I was 27, and then I came here and didn't really have a choice, so it gave me 19.
There you go. Kind of what age were you when you realized, hey, I'm pretty good at hockey. I could make myself a career out of this?
I'd say like 16, 17. In my 16 year, I played up with the older guys and kind of realized like, hey, this could be something I could do in the future. So stuck with it. Here I am.
Yeah. So like you said, you kind of started out in a community that wasn't very, hockey wasn't all that popular.
Right.
And then you kind of transferred and started playing. You played with older kids when you realized, hey, I'm pretty good at this. So, how does Brookings compare to kind of where you grew up?
It's different, just in the fact that we had a big city like Milwaukee, just 20 minutes away, so a little more activity to do. But the size is pretty similar in school, and the weather's not too much different. So overall, I like it. I like the small city. You're kind of the one thing in the city that people like to come watch, and that's nice. So, I like it.
Yeah, like you said, it's similar in size, but with the college, there's still kind of a small town feel to it.
Right.
Have you had a chance to kind of check out the town? Anything you like to do specifically here in town?
The first day I got here, I didn't have a billet family yet, so I was just kind of driving around, nothing to do, and I stopped by the college and just saw like the athletic facility there and their other the football field, and that was nice. But I guess there wasn't too much to check out. I came downtown, and there's about 2 main roads, and that's about it.
Yeah, not the biggest of towns, but there's a few little things to do. There's a bowling alley here in town, a movie theater, but
Yep.
And for the most part, there's not too awful much for excitement.
Right.
kind of stepping away from kind of hockey. Obviously, being on junior team, the goal is to get that D1 scholarship and continue to play hockey.
Right.
What other goals, I guess, do you have like for your career and for your education?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself after hockey's over?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to continue to play college hockey, of course. I think that's everyone's goal here. But no, definitely, going to career-wise, like to be like a realtor. Like I like, talking with people, and so something like that. Communications, just keep in touch, and obviously through hockey, you meet a lot of people and a lot of connections. So it'd be cool to stay in touch with people and keep doing that down the road.
Well, seems like a good fit for you. You seem like a really personable guy.
Yeah.
So a lot of the guys in the teams have been given nicknames. I know that's a thing with when you get around your sports buddies. Have you got one this year?
I guess mine has been the same since I've been 10 years old. Greener, green. Nothing much to it. Sometimes I guess I've been called. I've always been pretty skinny, so when I'm growing up, so just like, what did my dad call me? I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, mostly just greener, greeny all the time.
Yeah, last week we actually had George on the show, and I guess one of his nicknames that kind of stuck was McBeautiful.
McBeautiful? That one hasn't gotten around the locker room yet.
I'm like, yeah, you're lucky that one hasn't gone
Maybe I'll have
around.
to share that.
Yeah. So are you kind of like a steak or a pasta kind of guy?
Definitely a steak.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up on a cattle farm, so that's kind of a curious question I have.
Definitely steak. Just having pasta on the road all the time in junior hockey, you get a little old, so yeah, definitely a steak guy.
Yeah, when you have your chance, you're not going to eat what you get stuck eating all the time. So you said you grew up playing a lot of different sports. Do you have like specific sports teams that you still follow? To this day?
Well, I always follow the Packers and the Brewers, just from being from
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin, and then my dad is actually from Michigan, so always grew up watching the Red Wings, and they were just a dynasty back then. So still follow them a lot. Definitely favorite NHL team, and yeah, I guess I'd say those three are my top three teams.
Do you have one? I guess other than hockey, what do you watch the most?
I definitely say football, just because the Packers, I guess the last 2 years they've kind of dipped, but before that they've been pretty good. So just watching that Sunday football with all the guys, and probably the second favorite one to watch.
Yeah, I'm actually a Cowboys fan, so
Okay.
I'm not a big Aaron Rodgers fan.
No, I
2
can
years
tell
in
that 2 years
postseason
ago,
in a
and
row.
knocked him out. That was a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it, but somehow
He
just
coming up
finds
with
a way
some
to
miracles,
win.
Yeah.
Kind of like right now, how about you walk me through kind of your game day routine? I mean, I know a lot of athletes can be, kind of superstitious and like to do the same things every game day.
I don't really have any superstitions. My normal game day routine would just be, make sure I get a nap in, and then, chicken and some rice, maybe some pasta before the game. And then just once I get to the rink, nothing special. I take my sticks that I'm going to use for the game, set them out, go warm up, play some sewer with the guys, and then get a good stretch in. And then that's the only one superstition I have is I always use a backup stick for warm-ups. Never touch my game stick until an actual game, but that's the only crazy one I'd say.
That's not too awful crazy, but yeah,
No.
that's just something odd that, as
A
an
little
athlete.
different, yeah.
What kind of music do you usually listen to when you're warming up, stretching?
I guess when I'm warming up and stretching, I don't really listen to music, but I prefer like all of it. I guess some country. I like country. Rap, I guess, is always a good one to go to, but nothing too specific.
Nothing too specific. All right. I guess is there anything specific that you really do miss about being back home in Wisconsin?
I guess the one thing I definitely miss is the restaurants. We had a lot of variety of restaurants that don't have here. So
Makes sense. Yeah, and certain parts of the Midwest, yeah, you're pretty limited to your food selection.
Right. Yep.
It's pretty much all burgers and steaks.
Yeah, which I don't mind.
Yeah. So, if you were stuck, no internet, stuck watching a DVD, What would be your go-to?
Go-to movie? Oh, maybe The Benchwarmers.
There you go.
I gotta pick a comedy. So
hmm
The Benchwarmers never gets old. I think I've watched 20 times by now.
Yeah, and that was kind of something that popped in my head the other day because my internet was out at home, and I was just gonna sit down and watch a little TV,
Yeah.
and I had to break out the old DVD case, and it's usually like one of 4 different DVDs
Right.
that you watch every
Yep,
time.
I take
something like
Benchwarmers.
that happens. I guess this is the spot in the show where if you wanted to give a shout out of how people can follow you on your social media so they can get to know you a little bit better.
My Instagram's at Ryan Green _19. Twitter. Don't follow me on Twitter. I don't tweet at all. So yeah, I just Instagram at Ryan Green 19.
All right, there you go. As always, this is brought to us by H&R Block. Tax season is right around the corner, so if you don't want to be surprised this season during tax season, go see our friends at H&R Block, see how it's going to affect you. If you live in Brookings or the surrounding areas, clients can visit Wayne Nakestead. Let him know you heard it here on the Brookings Blizzard podcast for a 25% discount on your first tax preparation. H&R Block is located here in town at the University Mall. For more information, call 605-692-5715. All right, thank you.